Okay, for this first half, what you need to do is write down the dimensions of each side of the original rectangle. And so the original rectangle is labeled A, B, C, and D. So what I want you to do is start off with AB and tell me how long is it, how many units is it. So for an example, for AB, that's from A all the way over to B. You need to count how many squares that is. You should get an answer of 4. Alright, next you need to count how many units is BC. So if you look and count the squares, you should get an answer of 3. Next, you should count how much is DC. And from D to C, you should count 4 units. And then the last one is D to A. And if you count those, you should get 3 units again. After that, now we'll go to AB prime. This is the new rectangle that's larger than the other one. So we need to see how many units long that one is. So if I look from A to B, if I count from here all the way over, I'm going to get something different here. So it's a little longer. This one was 3, but now this one turns out to be a little bit more, and I believe it is 12. B to C is 9. C to D is 12 again. And then D to A, that's 9. Okay. Next, we need to answer some questions here. The first questions are about the perimeter and the area. So don't forget, perimeter means you add. So I'll put P here, means add. And then for area, we got to multiply the base times the height. Since it's a rectangle, this is the specific formula that I use for rectangles. So for perimeter, I want to add up all the sides. And so that means I need to add up going all the way around this rectangle. So that would be 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. Alright, so when I finish adding, that equals 14. Then next they ask me for the area. Well, the area of a rectangle is its base times its height. And so to do the area for this, I would go 4 times 3. And that gives me a perimeter of 12. Okay, next I'm going to go to A, B, C, D, because I don't want to do the scale factor yet until we put all this information in the table. So A, B, C, D, if you look, it has a length of, from A to B, that is 12. And then here, that's plus 9. That's this side here, that's 9. Plus 12 again. And then plus 9. So when I add up all of those pieces, I get 42. Alright, the next thing I need to do is do the area of that larger rectangle. Well, to do the area is base times height, and I know that base part is, that's 12. Okay, and I'll make that clear. 12 times the height, which is, that's 9. And 12 times 9 is 108. So this area is 108. Now to get the scale factor, you always take the new and you divide it by the original. So 42 divided by 14 equals 3. Then here 108 divided by 12, that equals 9. So that gives me my scale factor. The scale factor for the perimeter is 3. The scale factor for the area is 9. What scale factor were the side lengths and the perimeter multiplied by? They were multiplied by 3. Okay, what scale factor was the area multiplied by? If you look here, our area, it got multiplied by 9. Okay, moving right along. With this piece, they're asking you to, let me erase some of this because I did some work before. I want to erase that to show you. All right. Draw the dilation of each figure and then find the perimeter and the area of each figure. So the first figure, if you look at it closely, it is a 3 by 3. Okay? And so with a 3 by 3, you kind of know what to expect as far as what's the perimeter and the area. That's pretty easy to find, but we're going to go through it just so you can see me do it live. So if I look, okay, if I look here, it is a 3 by 3. So the first thing I want to do is, I know the scale factor I want to use is 3. So that means every side is going to be 3 times its original size. So if this is a square, and I know each side is 3, when I apply my scale factor of 3, I'm going to time every side by 3. So when I do that, my new square is going to be 3 times as big. And that makes sense because 3 and 9, when I look at their relationship, is the difference between the two is one of them is 3 times as more. So 9 is 3 times as more as 3. Alright, so I know this new rectangle I need to draw. It needs to have 9 units to it. And then here going across, it should be 9 units. And I'm just kind of showing you how you should mark your squares so you can see. So it should be 9 units. So when you draw your new square here, you need to make sure it's 9 units in length and 9 units in width. And close it off, and then you'll see what your new square is. After you do that, you can tell me what the area scale factor is going to be, probably what the original perimeter is, the new perimeter, the original area, and the new area by using some of the same things that we did on the other sheet. All right, next, you have this sheet that's called Follow the Rule. Jake graphed a quadrilateral on a coordinate plane. His teacher asked him to use the rule X and Y, where you have 2/3 X and 2/3 Y to dilate the figure. So there you have it, and we'll chat later.